Welcome back. Part
Welcome.
2,
Hello.
episode 17, zombie episode, zombie
Is it?
edition.
Or do we ignore the zombie problem?
We can
So-
ignore the zombie problem.
As I was
Ignore
saying,
it.
and I am repeating it now, the zombies, because you sealed the tunnel, are not technically urgent in terms of the further consequence of what they will do. It's just that they have already taken out 2 of your crew. But
Yeah.
I already have a thing for them, and it's not an instant action. It's another clock. Which is not good, but it's not... We need to deal with this now.
So I think we do
How-
the train heist, and then we deal with the zombies.
Well, we
once
have-
we have
How big is the
supplies.
clock?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Before...
Oh, it's a secret clock, so we're not even playing. by
Even the
rules
smallest
here.
clock can only be filled on a crit if it's a roll.
Faction clocks are all secret, so
Yes. But even the smallest clock, a 4 o'clock, can only be filled on a crit, which would be 5.
And then worst case scenario, since we have hidden, if that clock fills and something happens, we blow up our base, bury the zombies, and move somewhere else.
That's true. You can, if you want
like
to.
perhaps a mansion in
Yeah.
Toronto.
Well, that would require
It's 2 downtime actions and
Two-
then 1 coin per tier.
per tier. Yep.
So 2 actions, 2 coin.
Yep.
Wait, is it 2 or 3? Hold on, let me check.
Yeah,
It's 1 per tier, and
pay
you're tier
coin
2.
equal to your tier.
Yeah.
So it's not actually too bad.
No,
if you
it's
wanted
not
to
too
just
bad.
nope out of there, and
But I think the
I don't think
the
your gang
primary-
will like it, because they want to get sort of revenge and see if it's even possible to rescue those people, or at least get their bodies back.
yeah, but we have the gondoliers looking into it. Hopefully,
Yes.
Mhm.
And I will have them look into it, but it will also take them a couple days to get there. It'll be
yeah.
the
While
same
they
thing
look
of like,
into it,
yeah.
I do think we need to. We don't have any money or supplies.
I mean, we've
Train
got
heist.
5 crew coin.
Yes, but-
I think Marissa still has. You still have both your downtime actions,
I-
right?
Do and
Yes. So I think
considering I have not been here for the zombie thing, I'd love to let you guys know what terrible place I've been at instead.
Yep.
Because while you've been dealing with zombies, I have been dealing with orphans.
Oh no! There's
Adric,
only one thing worse than zombies. Zombie orphans.
Basically, Adric went from Scarlocks to go check out, hey, so this orphanage which all of my stash money has been going to, what's been up with that? And also, I have another job for them. I want to basically fill a downtime clock on finding Caslin.
Okay, cool. When you get to the orphanage, you see 2 orphans. They look older, maybe 12, 13, standing guard, one on either side of the door.
Good. They have the appropriate level of security, I guess.
Yep. When you get to what, like, you walk up there, I assume,
Yeah.
and they say, "What's your business?" Like in a very way too old, like too old for their age, attitude.
I have a job for you.
What is it?
I want you to look into somebody. To see if you can find where she is.
Oh,
Describe Caslin again if we've gone over this one.
yeah, you have, I think,
Done it
before.
once before.
I think even they seem to just know. They're like, "We told you. She left the city." Want us to
Yes,
find
but I
her
want to know
anyways?
more about that. I want to be sure that I know when she's coming back. I want to know how she left, when she left.
I want to know
I
everything.
want more information. Pardon?
They say, "You want to know everything."
Yes.
All right, we can dig up what there is. It'll cost you.
Cost me.
Yeah. He just looks you right in the eye.
So you're living in this building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know who's paying for it?
You are.
So why exactly do you think that something like this should be costing me? A simple favor.
I don't make the rules.
This.
I just follow them.
Then who does?
Come with me. And he leads you inside. And it looks like, as you're looking around, you get the clear signs that, like, the orphans have formed into their own gang. Like, full-on, organized gang.
You are their patron.
You are their patron. Yep. And he leads you upstairs, this guard, to the office. And you see, looking around, it's hard to tell what it would be like in Duskwall. There's like a section for toys and a section for weapons. Like, they're still kids, but they're also still definitely like a street gang, but they're also kids. So when you get to the office, I don't know if you've had to meet with them before in person.
I kind
It's
of
up to you.
handed them off money and then ditched them.
Yeah.
I was not interested.
You see the ominous swiveling chair facing away from you, which then you hear a voice. I don't think their feet can reach the ground to swivel themselves around, so like someone else turns their chair. You see probably like an 8-year-old girl who just looks like she could be completely diabolical, both in the pretend sense and in the very real sense. Like, she will actually kill you and maybe feed you to like laser sharks.
Does she have a cat?
Yes, it looks very dirty and like very like it's probably has like battle wounds on it, but she's petting it and she's like, "Yes, welcome to my headquarters, Mr. Karstis."
Good evening, Mr.
Yeah.
Costas. Come in.
Getting sick of being called Mister. Okay.
By this 8-year-old girl.
I hear that I'm supposed to pay for more than what I already do. Care to clear this up?
She looks at the guard who brought you in. There are other guards here, all of which are 10 to 14-year-olds. Relatively speaking, all are like armed. Some of them you even see actually have guns.
My age.
Pistols. ... Yes. But not with your skills. But she looks at the guard that like escorted you and she says, "Leave us." And he does. You bring us both a cupcake. Now! And one of the guards goes, and then when she says now, starts hurrying off to go grab one. And brings one back for each of you. You're given a cupcake.
Mushroom cake.
Yep.
I see you've at least done something worthwhile with the security and whatnot, but
I'm not stopping here. Soon, I'm going to rule all of Duskwall.
Listen, kid, you're not going to rule this city.
That's what all of them said before you.
And who are these all of them?
Franz, Ginny, Melissa. They're all dead now.
I'm going to kill a cat.
Oh my god, this is how Skurlock sees
kidding.
us. This is how he sees us.
You're right. You're right, actually. What do you want us to do?
No, that was a statement of. That is a statement of what I am doing.
Of what, Adric? Adric, you just. What do you do to kill her cat?
Um. Hmm. Let's huck a knife at it.
Okay. Cool. This is risky. Yeah, no, this is definitely risky, and you will have standard effect. You will just kill the cat.
I am basically trying to use this as a setup action for command, but
They might just attack you back, but okay, I can see this as setup. If you succeed, they might just like freeze in shock.
all right.
This is again also how Lord Skurlock deals with us. You don't know what I'm capable of. Let me show you.
Mr. Mittens.
All right. I actually think that has to be hunt, doesn't it? Drat.
It is
Precision
range,
shot. Yeah.
Well then, let's give it a shot.
Yep. Risky.
You could just storm up to her and shake the cat instead.
Brawl the cat.
Yeah. The cat just starts like attacking you back. I did say it had some battle wounds.
Yeet the cat. Just going round.
Straight out the window.
No, you want to kill it. If you throw it out the window, it'll be fine.
I want to perpetrate violence is basically what I want to do.
Perfect.
Okay, that does not matter.
I
Any
want
devil's
this to
bargains
be
here?
the fight that Adric loses. Right?
I
Against the
do
cat.
too, honestly.
Gotta play to my strengths. I am failing here. I'm using a devil's bargain. I have a dice.
Okay. I think. Ooh.
She throws a knife back.
Yeah, I think my devil's bargain will be. For this, they aren't a faction. Not on the faction game yet, at this point, at least. Yeah, level 1 harm if you want to, like, if one of them takes a swing at you as you do this, the closest one.
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. Okay. Ha! There.
Okay, cool. So, there's like a like the cat like meows and then stops very suddenly meowing. Everyone stops and so like Obsidian. Of course, it was named Obsidian.
The white cat
Full on
called it
children of the
obsidian.
corn on you.
Yep. Why did you do that? And you can see like so I think you succeed, but you're in now a desperate position. She is about to have a kill them and dismember his body temper tantrum.
Fair enough. And Adric is just like, I have supported you through all of this. I am your patron. You do not charge me. You do what I want. I want you to find my sister, and that is what you're going to do. And I'm definitely rolling command and finally using one of those thingies.
Perfect.
Savage.
Yes, you can take advantage of Savage. They are frightened. However, you are still in a desperate position because this lady might just go red-faced and go off with your head.
Meh. Effect?
Your effect here will be standard, I think, by default. I think it'll be limited. They might do like a malicious compliance by default.
Okay, fine. I will set up action that to standard then.
Okay.
And anything else that I can do to make that better?
If you want a devil's bargain, we will add them as a negative contact for you instead of the neutral.
Oh, I don't mind negative so long as they do what I say.
Yeah, that means it's going to be harder for them to do it. Good to you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I'll stick that up to great then. No bonus dice. Oh wait, yes, 1 bonus dice.
Lady.
It's a
Oh!
4. It's a 4.
Ouch.
The kid oh boy, the fight to lose.
The kid shoots you in the face.
I told you the orphans were a problem.
I think... Oh. So I think what happens is... first, she has her temper tantrum and attacks you. And then she calms down enough where she still wants her money, and then she lets you live. In her mind, she lets you live. So I think she's like, kill him now! And there's like the loud sound of a gunshot as you are shot from behind. I did say some of the kids had pistols. You take level 3 harm.
So I'm first off armoring that because I still have to load for it.
Yes. And then you probably like, I think you repeat yourself in a specific way. Like, if I die, then you lose all of your cupcakes and you'll never get another cat and things like that.
Yeah, sounds good.
And she's just like, and as I don't think you, they think they're like, as this guy's like about to finish you off, and you're not actually trying to, I think, to defend yourself after this. You're just like, try it.
Yeah.
She's like, wait. All right, Mr. Karstis. I'll let you live for now. You better get me a new cat. We'll find your sister.
And he better be fluffy.
What was her name?
I'm getting her name now.
Don Marissa. I don't know. That's your name, though.
I don't think that.
That would be
Odd.
funny.
So her.
My brain went to Miguel. I'm like, what's an M name? That's typically a girl's name. Marissa. Oh wait.
So I know her full name. Her full name is Emmeline. She goes by Emmy. Boss Emmy.
I have added her as a negative on my list of
Big
dangerous.
boss Emmy.
Yep.
No one crosses Emmy. She'll gut your teddy bear and throw it in the throw it in the lake, right in the canal.
This is a nice Lego set you got here. Be ashamed if something happened to it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
originally, that was still to fill the clock to find Caslin.
And now we'll have a downtime action, I think, with you, with them doing it, basically.
Roll command again, because that's what I
Yeah.
was learning.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works. You're telling them stuff
And
to do.
position effect does not matter, so
Not for this.
there we go. See,
Nice.
they'll do it
Sick.
this time.
Wow.
So you get 3 more ticks on the clock. Is that full?
No. Now it's halfway. It had nothing before.
Okay. Cool. Oh, really? Nothing. Okay. They
No, you let me start the clock by knowing she was out of town.
Right. Okay, cool. She basically, you get, from what they can tell, she left like right after the conversation, like right after she left your guys' place after that argument that you had. She just basically like went home, packed her bags, and left. Yep. She didn't take a train. They're still trying to find out how she left, but they know she didn't take a train out of here.
Well, it's either a train or a
And
boat.
there's no intention of coming back anytime soon, or nothing that we know yet.
They don't know yet.
Fair enough. right. Well, if we've got a second downtime action, at this point, I'm willing to use, my last downtime action for a speed heal. Orphans are vicious.
Yeah.
I got attacked by orphans.
Grind's fixing you up. How come all of these knife wounds are so low?
They're all on your legs, and you fall into like a pile of
Yeah, you
running
wade
through a
through a
bramble patch
pile
or
of
something.
razor blades
I
or
thought
something.
that dealing with these people was supposed to be something that was good. Did you ever realize how mean people get when they lose their parents?
Are those teeth marks? What is going on?
You have
Wh-
icing in
why
your
is
hair.
there-
How do you have icing in your hair?
Why is there a plastic knife in you? How does that happen?
Wait, it's been sharpened. Why is it a real sharp plastic knife?
It's one of those push-in knives, but it's been sharpened at the end.
Yeah.
There's easy bake on it. It's weird.
It's an easy bake, but they cut off bake and put stab.
Easy shank oven. Oh.
Yes. Okay.
Anyhow, if we can
Did you
roll
want Grind to heal? Yeah.
Yes, please.
And you've got a plus, I've got a plus. So we're
Yep.
up to 5 dice for this one.
Nice.
Wham. Oh, it's still only a
Oh.
4.
That's not enough. Okay, and
Never trust the number of
you
dice
know
you
what?
have.
This is a great time to take a coin out of my stash. So I'll just bump that one.
There you
I
go.
like you take like the vase on your way out.
Thinking about it with all of this now that's gone down, it would have actually been easier if you just paid them extra.
No. This is not okay. They do not get to.
I know, I'm just saying,
This
you have
would
to
be
spend
like-
money and
Principle of the
downtime to
thing.
recover.
They need to know their place.
Oh, I'm sure they've learned. Everyone knows kids never ever question authority, and they always do exactly what they're told.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Woo! That actually runs me out of downtime options, and the only thing that I'm left with is a gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
1 step forward, 2 bullets back.
It's
All right.
still exactly the same.
So
All
I've
right.
still got 2
Yeah.
downtime actions to burn here. I know what one of them is going to be, and it's involving rolling tier to acquire asset magnet boots.
Yes.
Is this for all of us?
Nope.
That depends. I don't know the scope of the roll for acquire asset.
Let's check what it says then. Acquire asset. Acquire temporary use of an asset. Roll the crew's tier, and it creates the result of an asset for the tier. So I think actually the higher the roll will basically say how many pairs of magnet boots you get. Because I don't think they'll be better or worse in terms of quality. I think it's just number. It would be like just you, like 2 or 3 people, not the whole crew, and then like bring some of your gang along. We got enough for everyone.
Yeah, we found a crate.
Yeah, crate of magnet boots. They were all stuck to it.
All right, so that's just a tier roll. Have any friends that can help me on this one?
We have the scientist might be able to help you. Whatever you can't find, they can make.
Yeah. Hoxley actually might be able to help us. He's a smuggler on our Fusewright contact.
You will definitely be able to help you.
We'll call in Hoxley for this one. Get ourselves a bonus die.
Nice.
Probably.
We have not met Hoxley before. Do we want to have a thing with them, or
I
not
think
right now?
not right now. I think he's just like someone we do business with. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
For now, until we pull him on a job, and then he's going to be somebody.
Okay.
Is there any other way I can get more dice on this?
Devil's bargains can still be a thing for downtime actions.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
plus
the
1
obvious
heat.
one is -1 with the railjacks.
That might happen anyways. I was gonna say plus 1 heat, because more like after the train robbery, they'll
Fair.
like, hey, someone purchased like some magnet boots were stolen from us, and that's probably what was used.
Okay, so the 6 heat is the worst it can be on a job.
Uh,
I
Let me
actually have that open right
check.
now. 6 is the worst. +1 if it's
Okay.
on hostile turf, which this wouldn't be. +1 for high profile or connected target. Probably not. And +1 heat if you're at war, which you are not. So yeah, 6 heat's the most.
Okay, so if we do this, we have 6 heat, and then we get wanted level 4. So if we make this job loud and stupid, we are at wanted level 4.
Oh, we're going to jail.
We gotta send someone to jail.
Nah, screw it. I can always pull money out of my stash and fix it later. So we won't go with that.
You could also spend crew coin if you're getting them for the crew.
That's
Yep.
true.
That's true, but you
Alright.
can you can do that for.
Yeah, we can always spend coin to upgrade the result. So
It
we'll
is.
just do
It
that.
says here, 2 coin per level you bump up. I think, according to the text under acquire asset.
So it's 2 coin per result.
Per
Right?
result level you bump up. Yes.
Okay. And tier doesn't factor into that, right? Okay.
Not into the cost. No, it's
Okay.
but the result will be based on your tier.
Yep. And these are railjack things, and railjacks are tier 2? Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay.
That's not a huge
So-
factor either.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get rid of that. Just freaking roll it. Okay, 5.
5, so it's equal to your tier. It's tier 2.
It is tier 2. Okay.
Yeah, you got tier 2 boots.
Um,
So let me just check one thing real quick to tell you how many you have by default. You have enough for all of the player characters right now.
I think that's fine.
okay. So we have magnet boots.
I think we put the goons on the boat.
Yeah,
And it is
that's fair.
temporary use. So in this case, it's I guess your smuggler friend is renting them out to you.
He's like, I got this crate in, but you gotta give him back.
Yeah.
it-
It's he already has a buyer lined up or something, but it's not until next week, so you can use them until then, kind of thing.
works for me.
All right. You have magnet boots. What else do you guys want to do?
Yes. Anybody else have downtime actions left?
I don't, but I want to try and get like as many dice in our engagement roll as we can.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is it worth going to Skurlock about the dead body that I need, or is that? Do we?
I
need to-
have a clock for that.
Yeah. So we sent the. Hopefully, we have sent the gondoliers to do some spooky ghost reconnaissance for us.
Yes, and you will find out after the next score you do if it's the train robbery or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
What the result is.
I think we should just do the train robbery because.
What
we
are
need
our
to-
scientists doing?
That's a good question.
I'd say
I
increase
think
the demon stuff that we're about to sell souvenirs.
They could produce more of that to set up. Yeah.
In
But
fact,
we need
should we do a quick
like an
replay with that?
ingredient, don't we?
You do need a special ingredient. It's costly. Did we just say what it was yet?
no, it just requires rare ingredients. I think is the wording.
Yeah. It might need
Probably some like. I mean, not all demons are water demons, are they?
no.
I was gonna say like elemental something or other, but
Could just be demon blood.
Demon blood isn't actually that rare, I think.
Oh.
Because it's used to, that's what electroplasm is made out of, basically.
yeah,
That powers the city.
Well, I thought that was Leviathan blood.
Leviathans are a type of demon.
same.
Oh, okay.
So I think it might be. It could be that it is either something else from Leviathans, like it's not actually their blood, or it's
Pituitary gland.
demon blood that, or in this case, it can't be Leviathan blood because they're too different from the like Leviathans are effectively super powerful demons that roam actual like void sea, versus the human-sized demons here are different. So it could be those kinds of demons. Humanoid demon blood could be a thing. That'd be much rarer.
What about like spirit well shavings? Like because spirit wells are supposed to be where demons came from in the first place. Like we have to get like dust off of the actual well
like that.
itself.
Yeah. You want them to go collect some of that stuff?
It's the scientists. Do we want them to go out there and do that?
Leave that to you. You just tell them to like.
It's a
hang tight.
downtime action. They either get it or they don't. It's not like it's going to kill them. Right?
In this case, I would make a roll to see how well they do. It would not be purely a downtime action because they wouldn't. This wouldn't.
Maybe we should just start working on canisters and stuff.
Like prepare for when you have supplies to put into the canisters.
Because we currently don't have the money to go get all these rare ingredients. They're not capable of this shit. We already have a zombie problem. If they work on the production half, if we're going to sell a box of this to the Silvernails, we need applicator canisters. We need to prep the substrates that the rare ingredients like are in.
Okay, so you could tell them to
something they know how to do. I mean,
get ready.
We built the delivery method for Heartcom, so
yeah. Okay. Not quite sure what that would actually be though. But they can still do that. I just don't know if it would be a labeled downtime action.
I don't think it's a specifically labeled downtime action. If anything, it's a long-term project. Build a box of the demon spray for the Silvernails.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe
we can have
plus
them
one die on our create the demon spray roll.
Yeah, or we could just have them just work on it.
Yeah, if it's a production clock, they tick some stuff on the production clock.
Yeah, we can just have them produce it. It's just they're producing everything except the special ingredient needed to finish it.
Yeah.
It's producing aerosol canisters without like
filling
the
it yet.
in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more complicated than that, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So who wants to roll their quality? It should be. Are they elite? I don't think they're elite, so it's 2.
No, they're not elite.
It's tier 2.
All right, no bonus dice.
6. Nice.
They're good at this.
Yeah.
Yep.
The long night shift keep rolling 6s. The morning shift are just.
They're just there.
There.
I mean, we didn't hire them for their,
You hired them because they effectively came up to you and applied. They showed some initiative, and they had a firm handshake.
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
You assimilated the leftovers of the Lamplax, both their land and their people.
Listen,
that sounds
we're nothing
terrible.
if not vultures.
All right. I think we're done with downtime.
So we got the floating one still.
Yeah.
So if we want to do anything else,
is there anything we could do to take down this wanted level, like at all? What do we do to make it go down even a little bit?
Send one of us to jail.
We could get rid of the 2 heat we currently have. That's it.
We might do that.
That
just to
would
not
still be
die.
a 4 or 5 on a roll. Would be -2 heat on it to reduce it.
Yeah, I think that's what we do for the downtime action. Just
Okay.
because I'm so worried about
safe.
getting heat wanted 4.
I still think like the engagement roll is gonna be what facilitates us not getting a lot of heat from the score, right? Because the only one I'm not sure of is if they're vulnerable or strong against a train heist.
They're probably stronger against a train.
The engagement roll will not necessarily determine heat. For example, when you hit the Spirit Wardens at Bellwether Crematorium, you went in with a 6 on your, not a crit, but like a full success on your engagement roll and left blowing up in an explosive car chase.
What I'm saying is, like, if we roll really well on the engagement roll, we are more likely to get out of there without as much heat than if we're in a desperate position.
That's fair.
Well, I also don't know what we can do to set up, because it's really just train heist.
Okay, that's just
Because it seems like the objective is get on the train safely, get the stuff, get off the train.
We could get
their idea was actually to crash the train and then just take everything. I think
crash it into the water and then they swim
and then the vultures can grab everything.
Yeah,
I think
take like lots of time.
I'm just looking at the other things that we have to deal with. We maybe use a downtime action to send a spy to deal with the crows and the blue coats and watch out on those.
I have a spy friend.
Yeah, there is other stuff you could deal with as well.
Look after our interests if needed.
You could also you would need to command them because they already did a thing for their own downtime, but you could also command what's left of. I mean, if you're only missing 2 people, you still have like 10 of the morning shift to go help out the thing with Strangford Manor.
Are they doing that like now?
Yes, that's also like we have already taken everything, like pretty much all of the turf in Tar Hollow except that one manor. So we're gonna hit it.
Then I would say send them to do that because I'm not sure how much help there'll be on a train heist.
There's not going to be any help on the train heist.
But they can cannon
be on
fodder
the boat.
easy.
That's right. The only thing
they could be on the boat,
like extra men on a boat.
Yeah, but no, I'd say send them to go help the refugees.
I'm okay with that. If we want to, is that mechanically possible to send them to assist the refugees on that score that the refugees are doing?
Yes, you would just command them, and I think we'd command them now, and we'll see how it goes when you're back because they'd be doing it around the same time.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I don't know if that does that really cost a downtime action?
Yes,
I think it'll
they are
cost
because the
action
crew, your gang already acted on their own thing, so getting them to do more would be your downtime action.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm cool with using that for a downtime action. We got to show goodwill to the refugees anyway. That'll go a long way if we send in some goons.
It would still be a downtime action, but I think I'm wrong if I'm remembering the rules rightly. Because you guys aren't there to commit to like micromanage them, I'll just roll their tier, which is elite because this is thugs stuff.
Yeah, this is the thuggery that they are prepared for.
And that's the same 3 dice as command would have been. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. We have to command them to do it first.
The downtime action, no, the downtime action is just you send them off. It still takes the action, but it doesn't need a roll. It's just like you're giving you're basically giving your gang the downtime action to go and roll their tier.
Okay.
Which we'll do at after the next score thing to see how it went.
Okay. Cool. And then we call the vultures to be like train heist.
Train heist.
What exactly do they want us to do? Do they want us to like crash the train or blow it up?
Well, they want the stuff off the train, like.
Right, but they want it off the train. Their idea was getting it in the water, and then they scuba Team 6 and get it from the water.
They have been trying to prep this for a while and not have been having a lot of success. So they're open to you guys just leading it with your ideas.
So is the plan just to blow up the bridge and train in the water?
I feel like that would give us a lot of heat.
Blowing up the bridge would, because that would also affect all other trains. But if a train just vanished and something like, or somehow it crashed, like if it went around a turn too fast with real trains, it could like tip over and then.
Do we have the train route? Yeah.
Yeah, it goes off Gaddock Station, Gaddock Rail Station. Which way is it going? Is it going toward what's the city to the north, or is it going south of Duskwall?
South is the one they're planning to hit. If there are actually more frequent trains, and it will probably raise less eyebrows or raise eyebrows slower if one goes missing instead of like one out of the only one a week one versus one out of every day.
I'm assuming we get one. It's gonna be. We're gonna hit it in the Deathlands. It seems like not in.
It's up to you. You could just like.
Want it over the river there.
It's up to you how you want to do it. You could like book tickets on the train and then just take it over from inside. You could just like latch onto it.
Is that the plane? is the play we get on the train
I leave it to
and
you.
we rip the brakes off the train and then we send it over like before it hits that like a corner, and then
You need to find a way to get off of it safely, but there's water.
We have
I
climbing
think we do
gear.
the classic train heist move of we pull the pin in between the back car and the rest
Oh
of the train.
yeah, you all go to the back car and release it, and the rest of the train gets derails.
So, slight hitch. You need special gear to exist outside of the lightning wall,
So
Well,
right?
this isn't outside the lightning wall.
you don't need special gear just to live there. It's kind of long term. The miasma is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
That is poison that will kill you if you breathe it in, but it's not instantly. It's not a bad idea to bring some gas masks, but yeah, it is a thing that will be a factor if somehow you get stranded outside of the city.
Now,
All right.
is
So
armor considered a gas mask, or do you need specifically a gas
You would
mask?
need
Can I acquire
specifically a
asset
gas
gas
mask.
mask?
You could acquire asset gas mask with that. And
I think
you can spend
that's
you need
the
to spend a
move.
coin for the downtime action and then get it.
Yeah, I will honestly probably spend what my coin to do the action, and then if we don't, and then maybe use crew coin to upgrade the roll if needed.
I'd say
Do we really
spend
need
a
it in
spend a
Deathland?
rep for the
Yeah.
for the action.
Okay.
Okay.
If we're
Yeah,
gonna
so
do
I'll
it.
spend a rep to send out a bunch of to basically print a bunch of flyers to make it look official and talk to the junior class of the college and set up an expedition to the Deathlands.
An expedition. That's
so
great.
they can buy a large series of, or basically I'm organizing an expedition into the Deathlands and then taking about 12 sets of Deathland scavenger gear out of the expedition closet after it's set up.
Okay.
So no one sees wanted criminals buying gear to leave the city.
Yes. This is like, all right, everyone, we're taking our field trip. 10 feet past the lightning wall. That's it. It's completely safe.
Yeah, but we're doing this to steal. So I am both using the junior class as my positive contact with them to disguise our purchase of.
I have a friend who
great.
can help with that for you.
I'm using my friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fair.
His friend
The junior
is
class
the
is a
junior
friend of
class.
mine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My friend is a sentinel, so it would be all above board from her end.
Oh yeah.
And then you would just take some of the gear.
This is above board in a sense.
Yeah.
All right. Let's spend the coin to get the action, and then let's see that roll. So I think this is.
For
Oh
the
yeah.
action.
Sorry. Spend the rep for
And
the
then
action.
I roll fortune. Roll fortune.
Yes.
Tier.
Tier.
Which
so
is
fortune roll tier 2. Do I get a bonus die because I'm using a friend?
Yep.
That's why I tried. All right, that's what I thought. So 3 dice.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
It depends on what it is.
Probably bad stuff happens to the junior class out there, and they go from positive to neutral.
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
We're not losing these college kids.
Some of them just come
Okay.
back horribly mutated.
Or possessed, or something else. Yeah.
They can join the grinders.
All right. That is equal to your tier, which means the Deathland scavengers are also tier 2, I think. So that is all you need. That's enough for the whole gang, or the whole crew.
Yep.
Do we
And
have
I would
to-
assume the train itself is safe, like
Yes,
inside.
the train itself inside is safe. Yes, there's a passenger
so we
compartment
have
and
the,
everything.
pullover gas masks, the most basic of protection.
Yeah, and the train line itself is actually raised a good deal above the. That's why it's safe. It's not. There's not specific protections in mind. It's just literally, it's above the poison gas layer, the ground, because it's sort of like this. It doesn't go more than a few feet above the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
I'm wondering, is this an assault plan? Or are we trying to be stealthy and get to the cockpit?
You could do either. You probably could do all of the different types of approaches. So
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, I mean, transport, maybe, if that was the most
The transport is, I don't think, is going to be the hard part.
You're right. Yeah, it wouldn't be
No.
transport, but
Because
probably go for
basically
stealth.
the kind of plan is the part that's the hardest.
yeah.
I-
Which one
I
is
think it's-
cooler?
I
Because
think-
the stealth plan is much more likely to get us less heat.
Do you book tickets or do you just show up? Like do you latch on to there as they are, like, yeah. Are
Yeah,
you
I
are
think
you
If
on the
train goes
bottom of
away,
the
we're,
train?
like, underneath.
Yeah. Are you like
I think it's a stealth plan, and I
with
think
magnet
the
boots on your
entry point-
hands, just like
well, I would like to say it would be like the cool like Mission Impossible style. We're hanging on the train. We probably took the easiest solution, which is we're just loading cargo and we just never leave the back of the train.
yeah, that'd be easy. Just sign up as
That's
temporary
the simple
train
solution.
workers.
We dress up like blue collar workers. We pick up a couple boxes when everyone's loading up the train, and we just stay in the back of the train.
Smart.
So we are less robbing the train like from the inside and more doing the solo thing.
Yeah, we're making the train break down right outside the lightning barrier and looting it.
Okay.
I mean,
So
if
the
we
goal is
can, we'll
basically-
restart it again and let it head on its way empty.
Are we gonna do that?
And minimal heat.
I think that's the answer. Yeah, we
Okay.
all, like
So the
Yeah,
idea, like, you basically are shooting down the Vulture's idea of crashing it and being like, no, we're not doing that. We're just
It's-
gonna
well-
disconnect some of the carts in the back.
no, we just disconnect the motor. We just disconnect the like the top
Loader,
part.
and then the entire
Yeah.
rest of it's left behind.
The rest of
Yeah.
it's left behind, and we just we stay in the back part that gets left behind, and we just throw the boxes down to the vultures and their
Okay,
boats.
cool.
Yeah, that's a lot simpler. We just disconnect the transport part of it and throw the
We're-
boxes in the
We're
water.
planning.
Where
We're
they're
planning. We're not supposed to plan.
Yeah, okay, cool. So,
Well, we
engagement
figured out
roll.
the plan. It is a stealth plan. The entry point is the loading bay of the train station.
Yeah,
Yeah, the entry point's the loading bay of the train station.
All right. Well, yeah.
Anybody
So-
got a friend?
I do.
Me
That
too.
Celine, my sentinel friend, is always on the lightning barriers, so I can be like, "Yo, dog, what happens when a train goes missing? Like, what's the protocol? Or like, what happens when the train breaks down out there?"
Oh, getting
So
some
we know
information.
how long we have until someone comes to get it.
Cool. Okay.
And maybe
Yeah.
checking to make sure she's on the wall, so if she notices anything funny, maybe don't report it.
She's
Yeah.
a neutral contact, so we'd have to throw her some money. But
Yeah. I have a positive
flash back to
contact that
that.
can sneak us into the train yard.
who is it?
Oh.
Oh, it's Hoshin Junkie.
He's
How
just a
can he
hobo
do
who lives
that?
in the train
Yeah.
yard.
Because
Hold on,
junkies are always at train yards.
Have you not seen TV shows? This is how it works. They hang out in the train yards.
They hang out in, like, the abandoned train yards, don't they? I think
Yeah,
the, like,
or
busy
actually, they
industrial
all
ones so
have-
much.
Have you ever seen a train yard? They're all abandoned. They all
yeah,
look abandoned.
they're all terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even for like big train companies, they're all just like decrepit places of boxes.
All right.
So yeah, we have friends who can help us in various different ways.
Yes, it's my
As we're
friends who
going-
can help.
Into the score, we need to take stress from our traumas, because I don't think
Yeah.
any of us indulge vices.
Yeah,
I did.
anybody
What
with a-
trauma?
Yeah.
I take
Or whatever.
and stress,
Yeah, I took one.
so I'm at 3 now.
All right. So engagement roll. It's your
Yes.
luck.
I think it's
It's
my
fun.
turn.
I think this is particularly bold and daring.
I
Yes.
agree. I think
We're
it's Nico's
robbing a
turn.
train.
Yes.
Train robbery.
Is it overly complex or contingent on many factors? Not really.
No.
We're pulling
So-
a pin.
Yeah. Does it expose a vulnerability to the target or hit them where they are weakest? I don't think so. It's
No, I feel like the train is not weak to train robbery.
Not
It's weak to,
especially.
like ground to air missiles, but not so much train robbery.
Yeah. Do any of your friends or contacts, are they providing aid or insight for this operation? Yes.
Wait. So
So
did
up
we
to
get a minus from the? Are they strongest against train heists?
Oh, I miss. I didn't see that. Yes.
So then that's back down to 1, and then
Wait,
we
how
have
are we at
friends who
1?
help us. Okay,
And then
because
up.
we have 1 for sheer luck. Is bold or daring, but it's not overly complex. They are strongest against this approach. So we're back down to one
Specifically,
for
it's not that
that.
they're strongest against it. They do have particular defenses or special preparations. That part of it.
Okay. And then we have a friend or contact who can help us.
Yes.
So we're back up to 2.
Are any
there-
enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
No.
I mean, I don't.
They always
shouldn't
are.
be.
Yeah. Who would know about this operation?
No.
Like, it
This
Oh.
time, no.
seems
like,
like a pretty.
The only person who
innocuous-
might have been would be once again the ghost of Ulf Ironborn is like, I am here to thwart you again. It's like Team Rocket is what it's becoming.
So, just
But no, not this
lore
time.
question. Ghost inside of city cannot go past lightning wall, yeah?
Unless
can't get to the
they
death line.
not they can't go through the lightning wall. There might be a way out, but no, it's both ways. So yeah,
And then tier or other factors.
you're the
we're-
same
we
tier
have-
as the Railjacks.
Yep.
So it does not a factor.
So just
Yep.
2 dice.
2
Any other
dice.
situational factors? We have boots that
We have
prevent
the
us from-
boots.
We both have magnet boots and gas masks. We're
Yes.
ready for this shit.
I don't think that'll affect the engagement roll because you're
No,
sneaking.
okay.
That'll probably affect your position during stuff.
Yes.
Alright.
I feel like that's entirely position related. It's just like, and now I use my gas mask because we're in the Deathlands.
All right.
I'm
Nice.
assuming we're going all regular for load.
Yeah.
No
I don't
one should
wanna
be
be
going
slow.
light. We're sneaking onto a train.
I don't. Here's the thing: we're sneaking onto a train. If we're sneaking on, why don't we go heavy? Because if someone
If it's
sees us, we're
slower.
boned.
It is, yes, it depends how you're doing the sneaking. Is it like, and I go and disguise myself as a regular person, excuse me, and just walk through? There is a passenger compartment or two. It's
assuming
not
that's
purely
in
cargo,
front.
but there is a
Yeah,
lot of cargo.
Yeah, I think the only reason I would advise against heavy is because it's only one extra load dot, and it makes you
Yeah.
slower if we have to run from stuff.
There's the
Yeah,
speed
I
bonus.
don't like
There's the
Fair.
speed
slower.
penalty that honestly shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it always feels like it is.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
not worth
contained
the-
environment. I don't think speed's a factor. You know.
I'm going regular.
Yeah, I'm gonna go normal, just because
I'm
we also
going
have
normal.
Hawker's rigging. So
All right.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll go with the crew and go normal because I don't want to be the one lagging behind.
you don't want to be the big guy. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
Why did I bring so many bombs?
Are we ready to roll?
Yeah.
Do it.
Do
Yep.
it.
That's a 5.
5. Nice.
Good.
Okay. So, you guys are, I think, this would be, I think risky is probably what you're expecting as it is, because it's like if they're not actively looking for you, they don't know you're there, but there are guards. We see the train pull away from the station and start of it passes through the large lightning barrier, and then we see probably, I think they would just have it all with the conductor pulls like a side lever, and then we see this in the front of the train, this miniature lightning wall project sort of expands with several different rods expand out from the front of the train and create a miniature portable lightning wall in front of it, and one behind it as well. The sides are fine.
Lightning Cow pusher.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep. And the train starts speeding up. I think that they probably always, we also see on the camera the metal magnet boots of, you hear all of you in the back compartment. One of the Railjacks is directly above you on the roof of the car you're on. There's probably others inside as well, but you hear the clanking above you as they
We're
walk.
on the cargo car.
You're in the cargo car, one of the several, I think.
Yeah, I'm assuming not the only cargo car, but people don't really walk around in there.
Exactly. No, they
Top
don't.
makes a lot of sense.
They are on top, but I think that the door opens and there's a pair of. I don't think you can see them. I don't think you're taking that risk right now. But you hear a pair of two voices. They're just like casually chatting with each other, and they look like they are on patrol. They're casually sort of walking back and forth between all of the cargo containers, so it's quite a bit of a ways.
This is like the door in the front of the car, right? Not like the side loading door.
Correct.
Okay.
So they don't notice you immediately, but they're there and they're on guard, and there's a pair of them. You can tell from the echoing in their voices, they're all, just in case they're already wearing their gas masks. It's almost their like identifier that like, yeah, we're Railjacks, we're guards. Yeah.
Ambush them? They're going to need to be dealt with at some point anyways.
I pull out
No
my
extra heat for
pistol
death.
and flip it around. I'm gonna bludgeon them with my pistol because it's still fine.
Fine, as if you just have a steel cap you have like hammered on. It's just like a steel sheet you hammer to the back of your pistol.
I am genuinely unsure if fine matters for this.
I mean, it would give me extra effect, if anything. I'm
You know
just
what?
using my
Okay.
pistol to hit them and knock them out rather than shank them because I don't want a knife. I'd rather have my pistol so I can shoot them later.
That's fair.
I'm going to be using the axe, but not actually the axe head. We've decided that the pole in the head is attached, so I'll use, the fine axe handle.
You just
Fine axe
instead of the head, right? You just flip it around and hit them with the blunt side.
Yeah, I'm going to have them disconnected because holding it with the axe head pointed at me sounds a little terrifying. But I figured that having the larger weapon might be useful for disconnecting cars.
Yeah.
Yes, you
that's
hit them,
fair.
you get the stick, and you hit them with the stick, and they go down.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit them with the stick, I hit them with the blunt ends of my guns, and we're good.
All right. So, this sounds like you guys are doing a teamwork prowl to ambush them.
Prowl.
Actually, if that's teamwork, doesn't everyone have that? Anyone else want to get?
Yeah.
Everyone, let's all prowl
I've
and
got
beat
2
them up.
dots in prowl.
Yeah, I'll also teamwork prowl. Let's.
Yeah.
We're not killing
Okay.
them, we're beating them up.
You're knocking them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is everybody's stress levels at?
Mine, I'm at 3.
I'm at 3.
3.
We're all at 3.
Okay then.
Who wants to lead?
This seems like a Phoenix job.
Yeah.
I will lead the teamwork
following.
of striking justice and fear into their hearts.
To the train conductors. Fear into the heart of the train conductor.
Their guard.
Not even the trains can stop the
directly
Phoenix.
in our way.
Yeah, so Hicks pulls out his new zombie killing hatchet, and
It's still got like the ichor on it. Just tried.
it's still got zombie blood on it. It's just like, all right, let's. But there's still but he has he's fashioned like a crude sheath too, so it's just a bludgeoning influence,
I guess because
Actually,
they're outside, we put on our gas masks. So.
Well, they're inside, aren't they?
They're inside
Yeah, they're
the train.
inside.
these ones are inside. There are some outside
Okay.
too.
Yeah, the ones we're ambushing are inside the train. Do they
Mhm.
have lightning pikes? Are they
Yes.
carry?
But they have
inside?
more than lightning pikes because they are inside. Right now, you can see the lightning pikes are looks like they're not extended, so they're like this about this long and in their belt like a sword almost. But instead, right now, I think
One of them probably has a lantern. at
a
least.
lantern. They probably have regular pistols, and then probably actually no, they probably have electropikes too. They're just like the not extended version, so they can wield them like swords. It's probably the same weapon.
Yeah.
Stun batons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically a stun baton.
I need to go steal one of those electro pikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need those.
What?
We have
What's our?
ghost problems.
Yeah.
We need
So
those.
the electropikes you can
We already
see.
have one.
It isn't the power and technology isn't good enough where it's just self-contained. It is plugged into a backpack on their back. This is like Ghostbusters
Oh,
pike.
it's like a
Ghost
We need
photon.
Busters pike.
Well, we so need to start. We need to steal a shipment of electro pikes.
Yeah.
And we do already have one from the
Proton
fair working
spikes.
job.
Yeah, they have like a charge pack and electropike.
What's our position and effect?
Yeah.
I assume risky, and then
Risky, and I think for this standard makes sense.
Because it's 2 of us versus 1 of them. So
Well, 4
one
of
person
us.
grabs, no, but it's 2 on 4. So it's one person grabs, the other one punches them in the face, and they're down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Grind's just like climbing up on top of like one of the storage racks. He's just gonna jump on the guy. I'm not spending load on this.
Nice.
yeah.
Risky standard.
Yeah, I don't see any need to make this desperate yet.
I'm not
Like, there's
listening to
4 of us.
target.
No, yeah.
Okay, let's see how
We
it
just
goes.
roll.
That's a 6.
Already a 6.
Oh, I take a
No.
stress for me.
Take a
That's a
stress
5
for
for me.
All right.
Success, but just
So a 6.
Just the 6.
A 6 is like grab a rag and shove it in someone's face.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys, you knock these 2 out. You incapacitate them. They're out. Everything's clean. Everything's quiet. You record that is 2 on the 8 clock to get to the disconnect point.
How do I
grab
get?
packs as disguises.
Yeah, can I grab one of their electro pikes and backpack?
Absolutely. As
Does that count as a large weapon for load?
An unusual weapon, I'm guessing.
It would be unusual.
so you can grab it. I don't think without taking some effort you will automatically look like them. The gas masks.
I'm not planning on trying to look like them with it.
Okay.
I'm more just planning on
Having
an
Okay.
electro pike.
Cool. No, they look
I'll count
oddly.
them
They look kind of
unusual
odd as you're looking at these guys. They have like scars and they're like kind of wild hair and eyes. They look. They have that like mildly post-apocalyptic look to them, if that makes sense.
Borderlands Railjack.
Yeah, kind of. So it would
I
take a
guess
bit of
we-
effort to look like that, but yeah, no, everything's quiet right now. You wait for a second, and then the footsteps continue in the same pattern as before up above.
We should hide these bodies.
They're in the crate.
Shrug,
car. They can
and
make
we
them
start.
crates.
Yeah, Hicks will help you shove them in a box.
Shove them in a box that we're gonna shove out into the ocean.
No, we leave it on the train because we're not going to shove the whole train into the ocean.
You guys decided to just disconnect a lot of the cars.
Yeah, we're going to disconnect the passenger and the motor and the locomotive, like the engine car.
Okay.
And we leave the cargo
Or you could
cars
rob the
behind.
passengers too.
Hmm?
I'm just saying, if you want to push your luck, you could rob the passengers too.
I don't think we want to rob the passengers, though. They
That's
don't
for
have-
future you to decide. What do you guys do now?
We shove them in boxes. We shove them in
Yep,
boxes.
you shove them in the boxes.
And then we nail the boxes shut. Just tap, tap, tap.
Okay.
We just put a heavier box on top of it.
Oh,
We don't
Yeah,
have
oh
to-
yeah, you don't even need to.
Nails are too much work. You're right. We just put a box on top of the box they're in, so they're stuck forever.
And let's prowl our way to the disconnect point. Let's just keep going through the train.
I've got one idea. So this thing's got some kind of electro shielding on it, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Would any of that circuitry be inside the train that we can see?
Not right. There is some stuff at the back, which is where you guys are now. So yes.
I would like to go to that and use it to do the Star Trek thing. We're going to reverse the polarity of the magnetism of this thing, so all those railjacks fall off.
Oh. So that wouldn't. So it wouldn't make them fall off. It wouldn't stop the metal being magnetic. It'll be the actual lightning field on the back.
Wait, here's my technobabble solution.
I'm basically making an electromagnet at the opposite polarity of the boots.
Yeah.
So that they
we
don't
take
stick.
the power.
So you're negating the boots.
So just let me try to layman speak it. So the idea is to take the power from the rear fake little lightning fence, and take the power from that and stick it on the roof to make the roof an electromagnet that kicks off the rail
Okay,
jacks.
cool.
It makes a stronger magnet at the back that instead of binding to the metal, it goes to the magnet.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Oh yeah, so the magnet, we turn it from a sheet of metal the magnet can stick to a magnet of reverse polarity, so that's the two opposing magnets.
Yep.
So now
Okay.
they slide off the roof.
let's see how this goes.
So find tinkering tools on this one.
Yes.
Are you wrecking, sir?
It's tinker,
Oh,
I believe.
well.
I mean, I guess it could be.
carefully applied
So,
sabotage.
Yeah,
my
it is carefully applied sabotage. It could be wreck.
my devil's bargain
Um,
is you won't be able to undo it.
Ooh,
Which means I need to tinker the boots.
to
To
be
work.
the
So
opposite.
So you need to
polarity.
flip the
Yeah.
polarity of the boots to work. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Eh.
do we need the devil's bargain? I mean, if we teamwork wreck this thing,
Oh, yeah.
I now have 1 dot in wreck.
I'm
so
not
I
sure
can
if this
do
is
it.
wreck. I think this is actually tinker.
We
Is
can all teamwork.
what I thought this
No,
was.
it's carefully applied sabotage.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we can all
Uh,
teamwork.
yeah.
Honestly, I think Wreck
Yeah.
will have less effect than Tinker, because Tinker specifically is
You're like changing the
tinker
function of a
with
thing.
mechanisms to create, modify, disable, or repair. This is definitely modifying a thing. Not that I don't think Wreck will work. I just think Tinker will be more effective than Wreck.
That's fair.
Yeah, but with a teamwork of as many
Teamwork wreck,
dots
I
as
don't
we'll
think
have,
it'll-
we
yeah.
will likely be able to get a crit.
I think that might be the playing the odds is try to wreck the train. Electro shield.
Yeah, because we're gonna be adding 2 dice to wreck versus how many? Because I have 0 in tinker.
Yeah, we
So-
are
Yes.
wrecking and
So this
wrecking
action
an
I don't
item
think will
with
help you
carefully
get.
applied sabotage to create chaos.
Yeah. Doing this, by the way, won't progress the clock directly, but it will make it so if things happen badly, there'll be way less people to get on you.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine.
Yeah. So I think
Alright.
there's the
So-
ripping of wire montage.
Yeah, I will lead this wreck.
Yeah.
Um,
Rip up the blue wire and red wire, and then just put them together.
Into the ceiling.
Don't
Watching
cross
what
the
you're doing,
streams.
Tank alert.
what are we looking at position and effect wise?
Probably
This
don't.
is still risky,
It seems rather risky.
and effect. I like the idea. Is this? Are you using Wreck or Tinker?
Wreck.
Okay.
Wreck.
Limited.
All right, so I'll be rolling standard with my fine wrecking tools.
Can I make this desperate for myself, or does it have to be the whole thing has to be desperate?
In something like this, where it's mostly your guy, you are just like, I think it'd be the whole group. Because this isn't your acting individually, and then if it's desperate for you, then bad consequences happen to just you.
Yeah.
This is something that affects everyone.
If we
Right.
bump it to desperate, I get another die, and then you can still use your fine wrecking tools for great effect.
For
How do we bump it to desperate? What are we like? Are you like?
I
No,
can
no, no.
holding the
channel-
It
two
only
wires?
works when you hold it up. Like it's a burst is the desperate action. It's a burst when you touch the wires to the ceiling of the train car.
I like that too.
That is the desperate part of it, is the person holding live wires to the metal ceiling.
Here's very related. I do that, but I'm also slightly attuning for electroplasmic energy in order to filter it through just the top of the train where they're at.
All right.
Or, this as a training simulation or whatnot, and so, okay, so
Ah.
the only 2 people actually touching the wires are the ones who don't really know how to do this wrecking thing.
Training simulation.
Training just like the simulations.
You're fired.
I mean,
All right.
yeah, we make it desperate.
Are we agreed?
I mean, I'm not gonna. Well, the thing is, it's a teamwork action. I don't think we're gonna fail. The
I
odds
don't
are
think we need the
highly
desperate
against
die.
it.
I don't think the bonuses outweigh the risk because we have so many dice going into this already. One's not going to help.
Well, I'm not
Oh.
sure what limited is going to get us enough.
Our chances of critting are high.
Fair.
And then we also have, I don't know how it works with Grind doing standard and the rest of us doing.
I think if Grind gets the 6s, it'll be better or something.
Well, if Grind's leading it, right?
Well, it seems
think
like
we should-
Grind's the one who's actually doing most of the work here. It was his idea.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, coordinating the entire thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In this case, again, it depends on the fiction. In this case, the tools will affect everyone because it's really
Okay.
just one action you guys are working together on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all go risky standard then.
That seems right.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's enough fine wrecking tools I can pass them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonus dice. That's a 5.
Risky standard. No
Ooh.
bonus.
There's a 3, sorry.
A
That's
6.
Oh, there's a 6. So,
That's
sorry.
2 stress.
2 stress because of
And
the
a
2
6.
people that don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
We're learning.
Yeah. Training simulation.
Yep. I think you just hear above you the like metal like starts scraping along the rooftop, and then it's just like clunk, and then it literally falls and starts rolling clunk, 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 and then it gets to the end of the train
Wilhelm scream.
where the lightning barrier is, and gets
Ooh,
disintegrated.
They get disintegrated?
It doesn't just affect like ghosts; it also disintegrates people.
I didn't know that.
Lightning!
It is
That's
lightning,
horrifying.
and
Yeah, you remember
anyone
what
else.
happened to those bodies in the crematorium? That just happened to a live person.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh god.
Eh.
That makes my backup character that much more terrifying.
Oh wait, no. You temporarily like are using that power to do it.
Yeah, we're using that power.
So he
source.
didn't.
So
The lightning barrier like turns off for just a few,
Yeah.
like a
We
30
have
seconds.
So he just falls.
So he just
to his
falls
death
off.
instead.
Yeah, he just falls to his death.
Yeah,
That's
now
it.
it's a
It's
painful
fine.
death instead of an instant one.
Yeah, it's much better. And at least right now, somehow, no one has noticed.
Yeah.
You have some
So we
time.
begin-
They are definitely going to notice before too long, so you should
Yeah.
act on
let's
this.
start. Let's start
Let's
going.
start going.
Start sneaking.
Hicks will reach into his pocket and pull out train blueprints as we attempt to prowl to the correct location. Or no, as I pull out the train blueprints and I survey
I don't know if trains
to
have
get a sense of
blueprints.
where I need to go.
But
to
okay.
get this.
Schematics.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Okay, my thing says blueprints.
I know what you
Can I
mean.
still-
Schematics works fine, yeah.
Yeah. Same
I don't
thing,
think-
but different.
I don't think Blades necessarily took into account a train robbery.
No, they did not. I'm trying to survey the situation to figure
Okay.
out where we need to go to do this thing to work on this little clock.
Okay, cool. Is this a setup or is this like getting information to just go there faster?
This is getting information to go there faster.
Okay, so this will directly affect the clock. Cool.
Would you like to?
And a group survey.
I have 1 dot in survey. Do we
So,
want to do this again?
Is it sure Hicks will lead the where do we hit it? This is the pull out the plans. We all sit around and it's like, all right, where do we hit?
Yeah, this is like we
Okay.
plan our route of attack through the train.
Do we want this
Yeah.
to be a flashback?
Blueprints are on the box that we just stuffed guys in.
This
Or
might be a
not.
flashback.
It's up to
This
you.
might be you're right. This might work better as a flashback. They're trying to do it now for safety reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we just prowl through the train then, and then we can flash back to this.
Yeah, this would then be a setup action, right?
If it was a flashback, it would be a setup. So it's up to you how you want to do it, Indigo. If it's
I think
if you
we're
do it
gonna
here and
flash-
now, then it would okay.
We're gonna I'm gonna spend the stress to flashback to do this as a setup action.
Okay.
That is the correct way to do this. That's
Yeah.
the safe way.
I think if it's a teamwork action, it might be too stressed because this isn't just like I quickly look at it. This is we probably spend a whole night talking about what the best way to do this is.
This might be a lot of stress since two
If-
of us only have 1 dot.
Yeah, if it's a
flashback, we might not.
I'm spending 1 stress, and it's no longer. If it's a flashback for a setup, I'm just gonna roll it.
and you can just do it
myself
yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's 1 stress.
to save me the possibility of 5 stress from y'all failing
Yeah.
all the teamwork rolls. No,
Yeah,
we're
For a
just gonna
setup?
do
Yeah.
If it's set up, you're like you put it up on like the projector. You go, okay, Zayd, you do
This is
this.
where
Yeah,
we're
you're just telling
hitting
them
the
what we're
parade.
doing.
Adric, you do this.
All right.
So
Lester is
controlled
there
for the
pointing at
person
the-
to do
Controlled
it.
because it's a flashback. And I think
Effect doesn't
this
matter.
is a setup, so effect doesn't matter. You're right.
So Devil's Bargain. Who did I have to smooch to get these plans?
Here we go. My devil's bargain, if you want to get this done faster and safer, you can there's one, as you see, one of the cargo containers is a bit further up ahead of, but like there's some like extra containers that are cargo that's valuable to you. Like maybe it's just like clothes or other passenger cargo, and then another car of valuable cargo. If you leave that and disconnect it earlier, it'll help. So you lose out on some potential coin later. That's what that represents.
I have second option.
Okay.
You get your mom to ask your dad about the trains that he runs for his business, and he goes, "Why are you asking about the trains, honey?"
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I like pumping my mom for info on this. So that's probably a tick on whatever the clock is.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
That seems like a reasonable thing that Hicks would do. Be like, I know Dad uses these trains next time she's over.
Yep.
What do you
Hey,
know?
Mom, did any of Dad's stuff ever get stolen off the train? And if so, how?
How?
Yeah.
You know, like, what do you tell the
just
insurance happened?
hypothetically, what's dad's passwords and combination to the safe?
I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it's a setup, so
Yeah,
It's a setup,
effect.
but it still affects what happens in real
I
time.
tell you where we go.
Yeah, so when you go you like open the door to the next cart, it's completely wrong compared to the schematics of how the order of these carts should be. It looks
What
like
is it instead?
Here, I think it
Military cars.
is no,
Actually,
no, it's not a bunch of guns in your face.
It's a whole car. There's just a giant hole sitting there.
I think what you see instead is I think it's just the wrong. I don't think it's the cart itself is fine. It's the wrong type of cart. And you're like, okay, no, this is bad. We don't know where we're going. And as you realize that, Hicks, something. You hear a noise, I think might be the right way to put it, from at the back of the cart, at the back of the train.
Behind us.
Behind you.
Hmm.
And it looks like as it rips the back door open, some horrifying monstrosity of the Deathlands took that brief moment the lightning barrier was down to latch onto the train. And you, four, are the first people it sees.
Okay.
So, is this like a creature or a spirit of some sort?
Honestly, in the
Is it
Deathlands, the line is quite blurry, frankly.
Would a tune work on either of them?
Guns work on both.
A tune could work.
True.
So I think what you see is this. I almost said amalgamation, but I've used that term before.
There's tables, aren't there? Roll tables.
Oh yeah, there are tables.
Are
Let's
there
do a
tables?
table. Table roll.
Where are the tables? I want to see where we get
Yes,
fucked.
please.
Where's Deathland Monster Table?
Okay.
I believe it's toward the back.
It is toward the back.
somewhere.
I have them in. Here we are.
There's the devils. Starts on page.
Summoned
304.
horrors is probably what I'll use. It's not summoned,
Okay.
but it's probably the best one.
Where is
Nice.
It is under devils.
Is it? Okay.
So I'm gonna roll 2d6 and we'll see what we got. 65. Oh, that is
6 and 5.
6 and 5 is a clutching darkness.
It's the smoke monster from Lost.
I think, yeah. I think we see this. You hear this like ripping noise from behind. You turn around, and then there's just like shadows. Like it's just like the light is off in that section, but you have probably lights that should be reaching it, but it's just blocked. It's like someone cast a darkness spell in D&D. And you see dozens, hundreds of tiny hands reach forward, like just a couple feet, and then it almost like pulls itself forward. And when it pulls back, it's not pulling, the hands don't really pull back so much as pull this entire area of darkness forward
The
towards
little
you guys.
tiny shadow baby hands are slowly pulling a big cloud of shadow darkness.
Yes.
They click the head of the axe onto the axe pole.
It's just like, yeah.
I flipped the guns from this direction to this direction.
You see no clear, obvious targets.
I shoot the baby
I want to hit
hands.
the hand. You know,
We shoot the baby.
I
I
want
would
to
like to run away.
Can-
Run away.
So
If the others are staying, I don't think running away needs to be a roll, luckily.
Yeah, I'm skirmishing this thing.
So I have a question about the baby hands.
Yes.
Is it only when it moves forward, or can we see where the baby hands are attaching it to, like, holding on to the top?
The baby hands are like the darkness is covering the entire like tunnel of the car, and the baby hands are all over all ceiling, sides, and floor of it.
All of the
There's-
seams have little reachy baby hands from it.
yeah, that are like
Okay.
crawling forward.
Patrick looks at the phoenix and says, "You take top, I'll take bottom."
Nice. I'm gonna push myself to unleash a barrage of rapid fire to suppress the enemy.
You just start unloading bullets into
I'm
the
unloading bullets into the baby hands, like John Wick, like
Electroplasmic.
Gunpowder.
All right.
You gonna use your special bullets?
Yeah, I should probably use my electroplasmic ammo.
See if it works against these things.
I hope it does.
So
got bad real fast. Just got real bad real fast.
Running-
that was a setup action. How did that hurt us so bad?
well, setup still has the same like effect.
It was
As
a controlled setup action.
it was controlled in the past. You guys were still in a risky position in the present. I don't know.
That's fair.
AKA,
No,
most of the
if you
time-
guys wanted to run from it, you could have, and it might not even have chased you. But you're just turning to fight it, so that
Hicks is running. But
Yeah,
we'll get to that
which is
later.
why Hicks is fine. Grind, what are you doing while the other two are fighting it?
Looking over my alchemicals and seeing nothing that's going to help here.
Nothing,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna go help Hicks with whatever is going on there.
You
Because
two
I'm
go detach the train. We'll deal with baby hands.
Yeah, Hicks is good at breaking stuff. Let's go break a train.
Cool.
If you two die to a demon named Baby Hand,
If we've learned anything this session, it's that children are the worst.
Children
Yeah,
are the
really.
worst.
that's the
Be
name
them-
of the episode.
Be them orphans or shadow demons.
Yes. I'm going to start an 8 clock. The 8 clock is not...
Defeating baby hands?
Yes. Now, there are other options than defeating it, but this is that.
Hmm.
Okay,
Make it
you guys are
to it.
You know, I
teamworking?
haven't had a chance to take it to demons yet. This sounds like fun.
I think you guys are teamworking to skirmish.
I don't
Okay.
know that we are teamworking because I think
I'm
using
shooting it.
skirmish and
But you're shooting it like pretty close up with pistols, I thought.
I guess I could technically be skirmish.
Skirmish can be with pistols.
Could it be with prowl instead? Ambush with close violence?
Besides, honestly, on this one, I wouldn't want to teamwork it. I'd rather do both and get both of us those ticks up.
Okay, yeah. Then you
Okay,
can skirmish
just
and I can
check.
hunt it.
It's twice the risk, but okay.
Do you want us to both do it at the same time, or do
It'll
you
be
want-
separate. If we're doing it separate, we're doing it separate. Who attacks first?
You go first because you've been doing a lot of the things, discussing it, and yeah.
Cool.
And you've got that trait that makes you go first.
That's true.
Oh yeah. What?
And it's better to shoot and then the
Hopefully
close
it's high
combat
noon,
goes
and
in.
you just like anything you see dies.
Hopefully it's high noon.
Don't shoot
I gotta.
me in the back again.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's high noon, and then I wait for the little skulls to appear and all the baby hands.
It's high noon.
So I will hunt. I'm going to push myself to get Sharpshooter, which lets me unleash a barrage of rapid fire to
So-
suppress it in place.
Good. Your effect right now, not counting the electroplasmic bullets, is none.
So I'm fine. Pistols brings it to limited, right? The electroplasmic bullets. Let me go look up what they do. I guess it would just make it another tier up.
It will be, yeah, you can use both and it'll get another potency, basically.
So
Okay.
with
Go up
your
to
fine
normal.
gun with electroplasmic ammo, you are at standard.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm pushing myself. Well, what's the position first? So then I assume desperate.
Actually, at this point, I don't think
You're standing back, so it's risky.
You're already pushing yourself to do the barrage,
Yeah.
so you get the +1 die from that.
Yeah, because
So
it's both. You get both.
You're advising me against going desperate to get
Well,
2
because
dice.
I'm just thinking desperate, the penalty is the baby hands eat you.
Yeah, but desperate and going up, yeah, I say greater effect all the way.
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing it. Desperate to get great effect.
So as they get closer, you're like, no, just shoot them more. Don't back
You
up.
march
Just
forward as
more.
you shoot. You do the whole like walking towards it shooting.
Yep.
So Hicks, our desperate action when this goes wrong is to disconnect this car.
Yeah.
And then I'm adding 2 dice. Right? Because it was no effect, lightning bullets, fine weapons, pushing to desperate.
Yes.
So that's great. Okay. Cool. Do it. There's a 6.
You got a 6. So as a heads up, I want to clarify about why this was introduced. This was already going to be a thing. The role is just decided when and where it showed up.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Okay.
It's also suppressed.
It is suppressed, so I don't think it is able to advance right now any further. As it is, it basically isn't able to pull itself forward anymore. As you're shooting the hands, it doesn't seem like the physical metal of the bullets is dealing them any harm, but the ectoplasm is, and all of the hands, they don't so much fizzle or disintegrate or anything like that. They just like recoil and like pull back into the darkness, and then a few seconds later try again. Each of them. Yeah.
So my version of this is going to look pretty stupid and a half, but I'm going to start chopping it, the hands at the bottom of the train, so chopping into the train floor.
Ah, yeah, it's great. What
I'll
could
be
go
using
wrong?
the Ghost Fighter thing, so I don't actually have to do anything for that. It just
Happens.
It's just
potency,
it's a
supernatural.
passive. You have potency,
Nice.
so it's the same. It's a normal metal. It's normally no effect, but for you that's limited.
Fine.
And then I've got the fine heavy weapon, which brings it up to standard again.
Yep.
What is the position at the moment?
Desperate. You're running up to this thing to hit it.
You don't want to grapple with baby hands?
Arm wrestle.
Yeah, challenge it to an arm wrestling contest. Come on, baby hands. You can't beat me.
Oh boy. I think I'll leave it there for the moment because there's no way I can beat this clock anyways. So. Alright. Desperate. Standard. We didn't fight with any Devil's Bargain, so let's just... And again, I don't have as many dice as here. How on earth did you get that many dice? Anyhow.
Because I have 4 in hunt, and then
Yeah.
the
Push
desperate
and-
plus the push.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for a Devil's Bargain here if you've got any.
My Devil's Bargain to you right now.
Some of it hides in your pocket.
Actually, basically, yes. It won't bother you, and it'll just some of it will return with
Yeah.
you back to Duskwall.
Baby hands in your pocket. That's not good.
I've got baby hands in my pocket.
Yeah, that sounds a little horrifying even for me on this one. Okay, let's just see how well I do. It'll be
I
fine.
believe.
There we go.
Yay!
I believed.
All right. So this creature takes 2 more on the clock of defeating it. It so far you guys have actually done decently, and you've cut away. This thing has not made any advances at all. It doesn't seem like it's really capable of retreating because all the hands seem to do is help it advance forward, not keep it where it already is. But yeah, it has now started to pay attention to Adric and try to like grab Adric directly, but it's not succeeding.
Yay for
Atrix cutting them
fast.
down. It's
I gotta add one to this clock, so for my electroplasmic ammo. But they're our friends now, so
yeah, that's true. They might just be like, hey, cool.
stop.
I mean, I have an idea, but it would tick up Railjack alarm, so I don't want to pull it right now.
Hicks and Grind, you guys leave the sounds of fighting behind as you probably close the door behind you. You're in the next rail cart. There's miscellaneous like non-valuable cargo here, and it seems that you two are alone. You already took out the patrol that was supposed to go through here.
Yeah, I think we need to keep pushing forward to the.
Yeah, you just want to keep prowling up.
Yeah, we have to prowl through
Yeah.
because now we're on a time crunch. Like we know that they're.
All right. Are you guys heavy?
No.
Normal.
Okay, so you're fine. Running is not an issue. All right, let's see a prowl. There are still some guys around. I think this is, I think, risky because of the time.
What's your stress at, Hicks?
I could lead the action. I have stress for that. So prowl, risky.
Yep.
Standard.
Yeah.
I can't think of any bonus dice. I was trying to do a setup action for this.
Yeah. Got nothing. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
There's a 4.
There's a 4.
You do it.
There's a 4.
You do
There's
it.
a 4.
We rolled 4.
No stress, but
No
not the best.
Okay.
We do it, but
So I'm gonna start a clock that is separate. This is, as you're about to witness, this is how all the trains are and why the railjacks look post-apocalyptic. You get past this first cart, and you step outside, and like in between the two cars, and something catches your eye, and you look. I don't think it's quite easy to like. There's probably a bit of a moment of shock when you see behind the car. This is probably one flies by that was a bit up ahead. Behind the train, following the train, is this swarm of various flying mutated beasts. Standard for trains. They don't really tell you about it because they try to keep the passengers in the dark about it. But
there's something on the train. Something.
Yes, I'm gonna start a 6 o'clock, and I'm gonna fill it by 2.
Cool.
It will be
more horrible things.
Swarm of horrors arrives.
Cool.
Good thing we kicked off all the railjacks.
Yeah. Good thing.
Listen, they're there for a reason, and you just got rid of them all. So
Hey, they were an obstacle. All right.
and not just to you is all I'll say.
To get to the destination?
Did we get any ticks?
I put 2 ticks on the swarm of horrors arrives. That's.
Did we get any positive ticks?
The
Success.
discount.
Oh yes, you do. Sorry.
We did technically succeed.
You got closer. Yes, you did, and you're closer to the disconnect point. There's just a few stops ahead. But I think it might occur to you guys now that if, without doing something about this swarm, you disconnect the carts,
It's just gonna be on us.
it's just going to be on you guys, unless there's something to like draw them away or distract them or ensure that they won't go after you, or find a way to like kill them all.
Ghost
And-
wreck first car?
And you said these are, I was gonna say that you said these things are
There's
spirit-ish, right?
yeah, the line between like person and spirit here is very much pretty much non-existent.
Okay,
So,
so
Yes,
since it's an ability I have, Ghost Ward would work on these things.
I think
right?
it could. I think it would have
Okay.
less effect by default, but then you could make it work.
Yeah, we can pump it up. Okay. Well, I mean that's the plan for now. Is we go one car further than we need to, and suck these things there, and then jump back.
go into the first passenger car. And
Good
then pull the
luck!
pin.
Just make sure to go fast.
I mean, we can do it from the top. We have the
Yeah.
boots.
You do.
Yeah.
You
You
can't just
gotta
go on top.
reverse the polarity of the boots.
No, we only
No.
can get to the back car.
It's the back car.
Okay.
Well, because just otherwise they don't really touch at the top. If we make the top of the back car electromagnetic and we switch.
True. Okay. Do we stay with Hicks and Grind then as you guys do another thing, or do you want to go back to Adric and we want to do this?
If we go back to us, the only thing I can think of doing is,
Keep
hit
fighting.
the thing again in a
Yeah, I think we
Baby
finish up.
hands.
Yeah, Hicks and Grind figure out this problem. We finish up the monster, and I think that's over.
All right.
I was going to say, do we want a cliffhanger here? Because we got 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think we could do the last couple strikes as they finish up the monster.
And then they see that they also might see that there's more once they finish off the monster. The darkness clears, and through the wrenched hole in the back, they're like, "Oh, potentially."
No.
Let's see how that goes.
So kill off baby hands. Go for it.
Yeah. Who wants to go for it?
I want to shoot baby hands again.
Okay. Now
Do
you
we
have
have
used
to
your
find out
electroplasmic
the
bullets,
I think
think.
it's just like
or just you have it.
It's
I
a
think it's just I have
bandolier,
it.
so you've got a bunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a bandolier of them.
It's
Yeah,
just
never mind.
like
You have a
the
bunch.
downside is every job I use it on, I add one more to that.
Okay.
Like,
Works
Yeah,
for me.
it's more about if you use them at all than.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Let me double check that. Yeah, bandolier of electroplasmic ammo, especially potent against spirits, less effective against physical targets.
That's what it's for. Okay, cool. You do have it.
Cool. So I shoot baby hands again.
Yep.
So electroplasmic, fine. I do want to push myself, but I also don't because I'm 3 away from trauma.
Yes, we've got a cloud of horrors that we might need stress for.
Yeah.
So just risky standard, I guess.
Well, risky none before the items.
Yeah, and then with the items, it's standard.
Yes.
Okay.
And you have your hunting pet that has potency, right?
I also, from beneath my coat, I go get him. And Ferris goes, Caw!
Okay. In that case, if you want to do that, I think it would be desperate, because then if Ferris is getting in close with him.
Desperate. And then, so that pushes it normally to great, but because Varys also gets potency.
It'd be extreme effect.
Nice.
As you obliterate them.
Yeah.
Obliterate them. I get 1 die because desperate. Let's go. Yay, I did it.
Nice. Okay.
Varys is hurt, probably.
Well, Adric is also in the line of fire. Just saying.
I'm not going to hurt Adric with the roll from. I think as you shoot this thing, as Varys runs in, it does start attacking it. It has potency, so it starts ripping this thing to shreds. Except one of the hands, you can see it's getting overwhelmed by hands as you are shooting it, and I think you notice this. I think one of the hands, it's not clear what happened to it, but it corrupts or possesses or something to Varys. It's not fully possessed, but it's very much it's affecting him as you're shooting it, and it's. I'll finish describing what happens before you resist.
Okay.
One of the hands forces or as he's eating it, one of the hands just starts forcing its way down Varys's throat. And Forrest and Varys bites it off, but now will start looking kind of sick and queasy. However, the hands then it seems they were getting fewer and weaker, and then finally, as you keep shooting it, you don't kill it. It's not quite clear if it can die, but it pulls its way backwards instead out of the back of the train, and you just see this mass of darkness because it's no longer confined to her image. It's just it's like a light bulb but dark. It's this shining darkness thing just falls onto the tracks, and it's just there. And there's just this like patch of darkness on the tracks, and from a distance, you see it slowly start crawling sideways down one of the off of the tracks and down onto the Deathlands. And when the darkness passes, you see the swarm. And Varys feels like, quite sick.
Would you say he's weakened? Because that is a cohort harm he could take.
For desperate, I
Because he
might.
counts as an expert.
You're right. Let me go look at that. We haven't used that for this.
Yeah. It's on page 97.
Here we go. I would call it for desperate. He is both weakened and impaired.
Okay.
From this effect.
Okay. Yeah. So weakened and impaired.
Okay.
I will
Patrick
mark
just
him
looks
with
at
those.
Zaid and is like, "Well, that was fun."
Killed baby hands, but there's more.
I can't exactly get to those. I'm going to, see what our
I'll-
others are up
I'll
to.
be here
Thanks.
as I pull out my sniper rifle.
Just start picking them off.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'll head up towards the front of the train to meet with the other guys.
Okay. And let's end the session there.
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, welcome to an average train ride through the wastelands.
Yes.
I guess I kind of see it like it's like there's a reason they wouldn't ask too many questions if a train goes missing.
Yeah, that's why it's you don't do train heists and trains go missing without train heists.
Yeah. Okay. So XP for the Fusewrights Union.
Yep. Trigger 1. Government or nobility attack. I don't think this counts, does it? As a
I
train
think this
heist?
counts as government, doesn't it?
No.
This is not government because not directly. However, we might see that next session because you sent your gang to help with the Strangford Manor.
Yeah. And
No, only a
Hicks,
sneak attack.
Hicks needs to do it.
Hicks has to.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Did Adric get payback against someone who harmed them or someone that they care about?
Definitely, but not with the gang.
Okay.
Who'd you get payback against?
2 cases on that. 1, the holes. And 2, in this case, I think Emmeline ticked me off early enough that killing her cat is vengeful.
All right, so you might get XP for that.
Yeah, but I don't think that the gang is going to.
No.
I think you get Evelyn's, and then next session you'll get probably the demons taking out the whole area because they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, and I intend on
We'll see.
looking over to see what happened with that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But either
Okay.
way, sadly not gang. Sorry.
Yeah. We did not acquire product supply, but we're about to. So.
Yep. Not finished yet. Okay.
Challenges above current station.
Yes, zombies.
Yeah. Lots of supernatural stuff this session.
Yeah, zombies and baby hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2. Bolster reputation or develop a new one.
We didn't do anything
Um,
that everyone knows about.
I
Not
mean,
really.
yeah, I would make an argument for driven, but that'd just be one.
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't
see
think we
anything.
did anything particularly driven. We just
Yeah.
kept it rather internal right now. Like,
Yep.
there's-
Express the goals,
Yeah, we're
drives,
sort
inner
of cleaning
conflict,
house.
or essential nature of the crew.
Possibly
we-
for the people with sending our crew out to help Charhowl.
Yeah,
Star Hollow. Also, we went into the tunnel to find our dumb person. Our dumb...
Okay,
Yeah.
so 2 for that then?
Who dies to zombies? Only red
Yeah.
red shirts die to the actual zombies.
red shirt territory.
Yeah.
Who dies to zombies in Duskfall? Seriously.
That's a whole
There's
nother
so many
genre.
other nightmares.
All right. That's the
Goals
crew.
drives inner conflict.
Well, I think that was the 2, right? Was sending our goons
Mm,
and trying to save the 2 goons.
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay. Zaid.
Oh, all right. Address the challenge of tracking or violence. Yes, baby hands and hitting the guys with my guns.
Yep, that's true.
belief, strives, heritage, or background. I think only one for that long conversation with
Melvir?
Melvir.
Okay.
Because it was only like one instance. Issues from your vice or trauma. I mean, I got stressed for not indulging my vice. Does that count?
I doubt it.
You didn't struggle, you just suffered.
I just suffered. That's
yeah,
fair.
you have to try not to suffer. But you didn't.
So just 3.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that one's
I can
more
go
meant
next.
to encourage you to overindulge.
Yeah. Mine's going to be pretty short. I didn't really destroy anything. I didn't really do any rhetoric.
You helped destroy the tunnel.
Oh, that's right. I did.
Yeah.
I addressed a challenge by destroying a tunnel, which arguably makes the challenge harder. But
It didn't say succeed,
whatever.
just address.
It's addressed, right? That's one. I'll take it.
Yep, you found the address.
Also, you could consider addressing depolarizing the boots. Is that destroying something?
Yeah. Arguably.
We did end up
I'll
using a
take
wreck, so I could see it.
I'll take the one. I'll take one for expressing my beliefs and beliefs. I care about finding this person that like went missing. I did use my background, kind of, but only sort of.
Junior class.
Junior class is, I'd say,
Yeah,
part of the
I
background.
reached out and tried to solve it with a dumb academia
It was
solution.
great. Yeah.
I'll take 2. So that's 2. That's enough.
Okay. Grind.
Okay, technical skill or mayhem. I think I did enough for 2 here with the tunnel and the lightning thing and
Yep.
all that nonsense.
I still kind of love that once like half a zombie got to both of you guys, you're like, run!
Yes, that's what you do.
I
I'm
know
a
it's just
scientist.
also great because then you have the contrast between the other 2 party members who are just like, yep, horrifying monster, just go up and
Baby
kill it,
hands,
like no
let's
big
go.
deal.
Baby hands versus legless zombie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's great. Sorry to
Beliefs,
interrupt.
drives, heritage or background. Stasia thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost want to say running from shit because I did that twice. That I'm a scientist. Like
That's
I don't.
I'm a doctor, not a fighter.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not an exorcist. Is you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma? I want to say like talking to Stasia would have gone a lot different if Grind was
Yeah, it definitely would have for her. She had her own internal like, oh, this is who Grind is now. Oh, well, this changes everything about my expectations with him.
He's a dick.
Yeah. Yes, Jordan?
I think I get 1 for my trauma because I literally laid out all the shit that Zayd's been through on his like.
That's fair. Yeah, you're like,
he's haunted.
Yeah, here's everything I've been through.
Yep.
Yeah, and for Stasia, she was about to be like, you know what, I might be ready for a relationship, and at the same time, like Grind was like, eh. And
we had some fun. It's good. It's in the past. See you later. Hey, remember to do all that work I told you to do. Bye.
Yeah. So she's been like, oh.
The writing's on the wall. She figured it out.
She did, and now she's having to grieve her expectations.
Yep. Well, not my problem. All right,
Nope.
that's me.
Cool.
All right. So as discussed, I've got 2 different options for vengeful on both the cat and the hole, so I'll take
Do the
one
cat.
for those. Sure. I've got a lot of different things, and there's a lot of overlap too, with the exception of the vice.
I think
so
that might be the case with the cutter in general. I think there might be a bit of overlap. But
address challenge with violence or coercion. Violence against baby hands, coercion against Emmeline.
Emmy,
Those
I
are the
think
2
was her
things.
name.
Emmy?
She demands you call her by her
Emmeline
nickname.
is the long form of her name.
Yes,
and
but she doesn't
it's
recognize it.
more proper to call the long form.
She calls you Mr. Karstis. You call her Emmeline.
Boss Emmy.
Maybe
She
it's Emily.
better get my title right
Oh.
eventually. I'm getting tired of being called Mister.
Do you think she?
It's
Whatever.
Lord.
Mind.
It's
Next.
Lord Karsus.
Master
Officially,
Karsus.
it's Master. Actually, not Lord until Dad dies. Heritage is politeness with Skurlock there, and the fact that those orphans are going to know their place.
I see what kind of orphanage this is. An orphanage to put the lower classes in their place.
Well, it wasn't until they started taking me off.
Yes,
It
as you
wasn't
thought.
until they stepped out of line. Now we have to show them their place.
Yes, stay in your orphanage and don't bother me.
And again, here's where we have a bunch more than I need. Drive in again, killing the stupid whole warehouse.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can argue with on Vice or Traumas is maybe cold on killing the cat, but I don't think I actually really triggered that.
That was cold,
It was
dude.
cold. Also,
That was
Jeff
cold as
said
shit.
It's either
Yeah.
cold or revenge. It's one of the two. It's either hot-blooded revenge or cold decision-making points.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay, and that's all I got.
Cool. That was a good session.
Yeah.
We're
Can't wait to
Finished
Train
up.
Heist.
Yeah. Hopefully, no more surprises will show up. I don't think there will be many more. I have some devil's bargains in mind.
We're at
Like,
the second half of the job. All of the pieces are more or less on the board.
I have some devil's bargains. If you guys feel like possession, mutation is a thing, I might bring out the
already
Metamorphica as some ideas.
Yes, Metamorphica. If you do Metamorphica, I might take that devil's bargain.
Oh, good. I'll take a look at it.
Well, we did just ditch you alone to fight holder monsters, so
Are you just going to find a table to roll on, or is it going to be specific stuff?
I would look at the sections, because some of them are like stat boosts or OSR stuff that wouldn't apply, but some of them are not that, so I'll probably look at the stuff that actually fits. But yeah, I can let you know what the table will be on in advance, because I think I will.
Listen, I tried to get a Psychic Velociraptor. Damn it if I'm going to get something cool.
Right, you did! That was our first Stars with a Number game, wasn't it? That was years ago. And then I think the campaign ended before.
Yeah, I gave my Velociraptor anxiety. That's what happened.
Right! Okay. We'll be back next week, I think. Are we all good for next week?
Should be.
I should be.
Yep.
Cool. We'll be back next week.
All right.
For episode 18. And we will be able to vote.
Legally vote.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yeah.